So here it is, the video that a lot of you have asked me for, a comparison between the DJI Pocket 2 and the DJI Action 2. I looked at the wrong camera then. Pocket 2 and the Action 2. And basically what I'm going to do is just compare things like the video quality, the colour profiles, the audio. A direct comparison doesn't really work for some of the features just because they are very different cameras. So it's mainly just going to be, video quality, audio quality, and just usability based on what your needs are going to be. And at the moment I'm recording, this is the audio coming from the Pocket 2, and this is the audio coming from the Action 2. So both of them have the audio settings set exactly the same. So it's set to mono with all speakers on and wind noise reduction on as well. From what I could hear from those clips, the audio pretty much sounds identical in both cameras. There's a bit of a gust of wind at the moment because I came out on a different day just to do this because I wanted to come to a place where there was a little bit more noise, traffic and whatnot, just to hear if there was a difference, but whether there will be, I don't know. But yeah, in the other clips the audio pretty much sounded identical, so for the rest of the video I'll probably just stick to using one audio track. One of the things I'll say is that I've got the touchscreen module attached to the Action 2 so that I could basically do a direct comparison with the audio. So this is, neither of the cameras have external mics, so this is the audio that's coming directly from the microphones in the camera. So this is what the audio sounds like, and this is what the footage looks like. So I'm currently shooting in D-Cinelike so that you can get an idea of what it looks like. I think the quality of the footage is definitely better on the Pocket 2. That's not to say that the quality of the Action 2 is bad, it's just, I just think it's superior on the Pocket 2. But you tell me, you have a look and see what you think on that score anyway. What I forgot to say about D-Cinelike was the fact that I think that the colours in terms of the skin tone look better on the Pocket 2, and that also goes for when you're shooting in normal colour profile as well. I don't really like the normal colour profile for either of the cameras. I think D-Cinelike is a lot better. It gives you a more natural look to the footage when you colour correct it. So, but the D-Cinelike on the Pocket 2 is definitely better. The other thing to note is that the field of view is definitely different on both. So the Pocket 2, I've currently got a wide angle lens on there at the moment just so that I could try and bring it as close to the Action 2 as possible. And with the Action 2 I'm shooting in a standard field of view, so it's the narrowest field of view that you can get with the Action 2. And then putting the 15mm wide angle lens on the Pocket 2, so just to try and bring it a bit closer. But the Action 2 is definitely has a wider field of view, and if that's something that you want, then that's what the Pocket 2 has, Action 2 has. And the other thing is that because this is the narrowest field of view, you have got two other fields of view with the Action 2, which you obviously don't have with the Pocket 2. So you've got wide and you've got super wide with the Action 2 if you wanted that extra field of view. I feel like I said that a lot, field of view. So yeah, that's just the difference between the two. With the stabilisation, I've been using rock steady on the Action 2, and then obviously the Pocket 2 has the gimbal. So I'm just going to do a little light jog just to see if one's better than the other.
I want you to know, yeah, I want you to know that now I'm better. I want you to know, yeah, I want you to know that now I'm better. Now I'm better.
whenever I do these tests I get some very strange looks. I think they both pretty much look identical. I just played it back on the camera, so I'll have a look when I get to my PC and see. But I think they both look decent. But again, in terms of low light performance, I think the Pocket 2 might do a little bit better, as with Rocksteady, because it's digital stabilisation, when you're filming in low light, your shutter speed is going to be slower, so the stabilisation might not be as effective. But again, I'll test that in the low light comparison. So I just wanted to do a really quick low light test as well. So it's completely night time, but there are street lights and lights from shops and stuff. So this is the Pocket 2 footage, and this is the Action 2 footage, and this is what the footage looks like. I've got stabilisation on the Action 2, so it'll be interesting to see if it goes a little bit funny or if it is okay. And yeah, this is just what the footage looks like. I'm just going to, behind me there's some bushes, so I'm just going to go from the light into the shade so that you can see a comparison in low light, see which one does better. So I'm just standing under some bushes at the moment. Unsurprisingly, the depth of field is shallower with the Pocket 2, which I would have expected because the Pocket 2 has an aperture of 1.8, whereas the Action 2 has an aperture of 2.8. Each camera is completely different, and both of them have great quality video, awesome quality audio, so it really just depends on which camera you're going to be, what you're going to be doing with the camera. So if you are wanting to do a lot of action shots and you want to be able to mount the camera anywhere on you, on a car, just anywhere, and you want to vlog at the same time, then the Action 2 is obviously going to be much better than the Pocket 2. And if all you're going to be doing is just vlogging, capturing B-roll, talking to the camera, not really doing much else in terms of action shots or FPV shots, then I would definitely recommend the Pocket 2, because even though both cameras are great, the Pocket 2 just has a superior quality in terms of the look to the Action 2. But like I said, the Action 2 is still a great camera, and if you want something that is going to be almost an all-rounder, then the Action 2 is an awesome camera for that. So yeah, just really depends on what you're going to be filming. But I hope this video has helped. If it has, do give the video a like, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more videos. I've created a playlist for both cameras, so the Pocket 2 and the Action 2 both have playlists, and I'm constantly adding videos to it just so that I can help you with whichever camera you decide to get, and just help with best settings and that kind of thing. So do check out those playlists. But yeah, thanks for checking out this video, and see you guys next time.